right now on News Channel 8 at 6. Holding the powerful accountable and getting results.
Shut the camera there.
8 on your side, Steve Andrews investigates.
It's one of the most common complaints to 8 on your side. I was in a financial jam, so I bought an as-is vehicle, and within days, that used car died.
More than 1 million used vehicles were sold in Florida last year. So many vehicles. And as 8 on your side senior investigative reporter Steve Andrews found, state law does little to protect the consumer when a vehicle is sold as is.
In 2015, Lynn Adams' world shattered. Her 26-year-old son, Garrett, suddenly died.
I came here because my son died, and my parents were down here, and I just needed my family.
Grief-stricken, Lynn walked away from her home, her business in Maryland, everything.
Came down here and just sort of, you might say, had a breakdown.
Low on money, in June 2017, Lynn needed a car to get to work. A colleague recommended Bill Bruns at VIP Auto Showroom in Largo.
All I asked for was a dependable vehicle. And he said, sure, we can take care of you.
Bruns has a criminal record that includes arrests for fraud, scheming to defraud, and theft of state funds.
And I ended up with this beautiful little Jaguar, and it was fantastic for 4 days.
The engine blew, no coolant in the radiator. According to the state, the now closed VIP Auto Showroom's license to sell vehicles expired a month before Lynn showed up. VIP skirted the law by wholesaling the Jaguar to another dealership called True Cars. Her contract shows Lynn purchased the Jag for $4,000. True Cars financed her at 28% interest. According to her complaint with Pinellas County Consumer Protection, Bruns sold her car after car, misled her about their operating condition, and subsequently each broke down. Why did you keep doing business with this guy?
Because he wouldn't give me any money.
The last car Bill Bruns pawned off on Lynn was this blue Jaguar.
I was driving down the road one day and stopped to go run an errand, came out, and the car never started again.
Bruns told Consumer Protection the vehicle was sold as is, and it's her fault she did not choose to have the vehicles checked out by a mechanic. Lynn demanded her money back and threatened legal action.
I don't want to say that there's no recourse, but there often isn't.
According to consumer attorney James Giardina, 80% of the calls his office receives are from people upset with used car dealers. As is provides dealers with protection. He points out unless a customer can prove a dealership knew an as-is car was a clunker before selling it, the customer will likely lose in court and end up paying attorney's fees for the other side.
But I could not imagine what a client would do if instead of getting a check from us, they got a bill to pay $50,000 to the other side's attorney.
Mike Maripes needed dependable wheels to get to work.
And the van looked nice and everything. They told me that it was a good running vehicle.
He bought this 2012 Dodge Caravan from True Cars as well. They sold it for $13,000.
The motor mount bolts fell out within 2 days.
Mike bought the van as is. While True Cars repaired the motor mounts, Mike contends more problems popped up.
I can't use it at all now.
According to Mike, he can't afford to fix and make payments on the van. He expects the finance company to repossess it.
The consumer loses because now they don't have a car, but they still owe money for the repossession and for the payments that they were supposed to make to the bank.
14 states, as well as Washington, D.C., do not allow as-is sales because as-is provides no consumer protection. Used car dealers in those states are required to offer some sort of warranty. So how do you avoid this happening to you? Number one, get a mechanic to check any used car you're thinking about buying, and if the dealership doesn't allow you to do that, don't walk away from that dealership. Run away. And remember, as long as that as-is box is checked, it doesn't really matter what the dealership promises. If you don't have it in writing, you've got nothing.
Right.
And Florida is not one of these states that protects consumers at all.
It's not a consumer-friendly state. Absolutely, it should be. 1 million
This should prompt
cars
change.
sold last year.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah.